I see you chose the hard difficulty. Nice. Challenge like that builds character. Also riddles that character with bullets before blowing it up and feeding the pieces to a Raptidon.
You can't spell heinous ascetic. Auntie's choice.
Swear, I almost had it this time. Everything all lined up. Easy mark, guaranteed moneymaker, favorable terms. Practically the recipe for success. Look like you've had your share of troubles. Ever had the perfect opportunity just slip through your fingers? So you can understand my situation then. I had just the thing to get me a fast-track promotion to lower middle management. Now you seem like someone who knows a good deal and wouldn't be adverse to helping me out. It's like this. I agreed to meet with a business associate to finalize a deal, but the location got set for Spire Grove. Problem is, you been outside of Fairfield? Well, the funicular to Spire Grove broke recently, so I got no way to get up there. I'd break my neck scaling that cliff for... Why, the path there might be lousy with Raptidons for all I know. It wasn't before, but mayhaps they were just lulling me into a false sense of complacency, so they can strike. Not particularly. Already have plenty of nightmares about them critters. Just thinking about them scrambles my gray matter. I can't imagine setting foot in Spire Grove, even though it might mean losing a chance. You see, my partner there unearthed an unexploited protectorate technology. Wouldn't go into details, but promised it'd revolutionize the daily life of Auntie's Choice citizens. Typical research type, focused on all the wrong things. Not particularly. Pitched him the dumbest deal I could think of. Told him I'd trade him my entire toss. Complete rube. Didn't even ask about condition. My Kelvin Tran rookie card isn't even ultra fine. Got a piece of nicotine chewing gum stuck to it. Opportunistically leveraging difficult predicaments. That's the Auntie's Choice way. I have a few bits I can offer you. Not much. He'll provide the agreed-upon schematics. Truth is, haven't the slightest. You know the Protectorate have all the most advanced technology, though. Probably something straight out of an Aetherwave serial. Edible spacesuits, N-ray specs, matter translocation. It could be anything. If Jack's... Oh, the broke-down funicular is due west of here. Dexterous-looking so-and-so like yourself could probably scarp her up it in a jiffy. From there, it's just up the hill a smidge. So close. All right.
Door this stuff? They must be storing something good in there.
Yeah, guns, armor, probably some ammunition too. Honestly, Kemp ain't that much of a mystery.
Leave me be. I have no interest in dealing with the machinations of you dark marketers today. Have you two come to mock me like your fellow dullards? Perhaps if you rub together your only two brain cells, you might even come up with something approaching cutting. No. Wait. You're not some corporate simpleton, are you? On the contrary, you have the manner of an officer about you. Someone who understands the substantive weight of command. From your tone, am I to suppose it didn't end well? Then we share that much in common. My last mission did not exactly go according to plan either, as my imprisonment no doubt suggests. Please, allow me to start over. I am Warden Sterling, dedicated servant of the Protector of Arcadia and Caretaker of Worlds, the Sovereign Henry Varick. I'm not that kind of warden. It's a title of distinction for those who serve in the Protectorate military, short for Warden of the Realm. Manners. How refreshing. And if I did... What a strange argument. Obviously, I would prefer the contents of the armory remain with the Protectorate, but circumstances being what they are, perhaps you're right. We need more privacy before continuing this conversation. Go to the back of the building, and I shall meet you at the window of my cell. I'll be waiting.
You're thinking too small, Murph. I'd put money on the Protectorate stashing treasure inside. A whole pool of bits enough to swim in.
It's a constabulary, not a bank. And certainly not some kind of gold-filled swimming hole. Besides, these Protectorate lack imagination. Never had an original thought wasn't written down for them first.
We've tried everything short of skipping a ship through that door to get inside. Though, come to think of it...
Don't encourage him.
Fine. Skip drives out.
In case you haven't noticed, we're in the middle of a war. And hard to say whether we're winning or not. Better question is why no one else is treating this like a top priority. In any siege, advantage goes to the defenders. Right now, the Protectorate still has control of the bridge to the Vox station. That station is the key to taking Paradise Island. When, Officer Carr ever gets the go-ahead, we need to be ready.
What do you want to know?
Back down, Trooper. Still haven't gotten orders to, I suppose. Only person besides Carr who might know more is Commander Torres out at the forward operating base. Right. With all our new trainees, we've got the numbers. But bodies won't mean diddly without...
If there are any weapons at all.
You've made your case, Kemp. I'm more interested in hearing the opinion of our new friend here. What do you suppose is in there?
Well, don't sound...
I don't see it mattering much either way. That door is sealed tighter than a salt tuna can. Nobody's getting through anytime soon. You sound like you've got something percolating. Helpful.
Guess we gotta start afresh. Can we... I got it. What if we...
We should be able to speak freely here without the risk of being overheard. Had you been born in the Protectorate, that passion for discreet service would have been rewarded with assignment to the Sentinels. A loss for us all, no doubt. But now, we were speaking. There is an entrance on the roof by which you may gain ingress. Had these two dolts bothered to do even the most... I leave that to you to discuss. That is all I have for you. I must recuse myself now, lest I draw undue attention and be subjected. Goodbye, and pray we never meet outside this constabulary. I will, of course, be required by duty to meet you as...
I must ask you to hold still.
blazes did you get in there? Huh. Guns after all. Most of these irons look pretty old-fashioned, too.
Yeah, it's real sad how our trainees will have the armaments to defend us now. I swear, Kemp, sometimes I wonder about you.
Hey.
I think you mean...
Law.
Appreciate your help. These weapons are gonna save lives. On our side, anyway.
Berry crunch. Except no
Don't go into
imitation.
that cheap saloon if you got a lick of gumption. They got
My
no
contract's got
tolerance
plenty of
for it.
stipulations, but
Why do you
tour
think I'm
guiding out
out
of
here?
towners
Has nothing to do with my current and very temporary shortage of funds.
Never been the type to sit behind a desk all day. What, when I could...
Oh, you must be one of my copious... Time for another performance review already. Apologies, I'm still applying the required elbow grease to scour these surfaces, just like a novice facility sanitizer should. Many thanks for the validation. I don't suppose you... This meritocratic society is still so foreign. The workplace skullduggery, the prioritizing of self over community, that it surely is. I was a drone operator right here in Fairfield. Gave nigh on 50 years of zealous service at my turn. Never even heard the phrase job security up until a month ago, but it seems I lack it. Can barely keep up with all these gumptious sorts. Oh, you're right.
You're back. Great. All right.
No signs of corrosion. Exhaust manifold still warm. You just stopping by to admire the mine? See this system here? It deploys extreme countermeasures against overhead attacks in the form of aerial explosives. However, the whole thing is currently non-operational. No sky mines means the enemy can blow in like a bad sail, not unless your talent for interruption matches your... Like it's that easy, huh? All right, let's see you try then. Go do something that's not... All right, baby. Your upper story... If only I hadn't misplaced my repair manual last... Sure, I won't refuse an offer of free labor. I'd start your search... I'll be here if you... This launcher ain't going to fix itself. Is that right?
Injuries detected. How may this unit assist you, Commander?
must be the greenhouse. You know, one where that Emmeline is supposed to be moving stolen goods.
You know, I'm really starting to feel hopeful about settling here in Fairfield.
Why settle when you can thrive?
Or, how do I do that?
I'm not really sure. It's just a slogan I hear on the wire. When you can. Right. Just say it. Feels right.
Welcome, welcome. See anything you like? Well, if it isn't a new face in Fairfield. What I meant to say is that we now have the new improved Purple Berry Crunch. Now with 10% more flavor. Or was it Crunch? Oh, no. Anyway, let's try this again. Thanks for noticing. All part of the presentation, of course. I've been working the store going on a few weeks now. Got promoted shortly after. Still finding my stride with all the marketing suavities, as you witnessed. Advertising's been a right struggle to get a hold of, much to my chagrin. Well, advertising is an essential part of my business. But I haven't got any new products. According to the guide, in situations such as this, I'm to consult my marketing department for new copy. Except I don't have one of those either. I didn't want to seem discourteous by asking. I still sometimes forget this isn't the Protectorate. Maybe I will put in the request. Thanks for all your help. Now, gladly. No better choice than Auntie's choice.
hot apple cider.
Ectoplasm. Wait. Nope. Just taro excrement. Good. Heavens, Auntie, you shouldn't sneak up on a man like that. Good way to earn a bullet betwixt the... You know? You might be right. Guess I should apologize for all that hullabaloo before. Look, I know how it sounds. Like I'm a few crabbles short of a hurt, but just hear me out. It all started the other night. Saw a personage leaving the greenhouse, late. Figured it for Emily, but when I asked her about it, she didn't know what I was talking about. Happened again the next night. Gave chase that time, but lost him hereabouts. I turned a corner and they'd up and vanished. I've knocked on doors, peeped a few but then a being of pure information probably wouldn't linger on this plane any longer than necessary. Well, maybe? I still don't know all the particulars, yet. But it's one theory. I certainly won't say no. Saw you coming this time.
It was only a matter of time until we were discovered. Though what an odd thing to die for. Apples. Spare me such timid drivel. We needn't waste time bandying lies. Of course, I know why you're really here. You have come to exact retribution for our larceny at your greenhouse. The greenhouse's stolen bounty offered a healthy alternative to gorging ourselves on that vending machine poison. Alas, I was spotted on 1 or 2 forays. I am merely quivering with rage over this insulting interrogation, and that scent you so subtly pointed out is the aroma of noble effort. Foreign to you, I'm sure.
Thought I saw you disappear in here. Oh. Seems I've stumbled into quite the shindig. You lot been hiding out in here all this time? Touch cramped, ain't it?
Please, stay. It would please me to end...
Not very copacetic, are you folks?
If this exchange is not to your liking, I can accommodate you with a bullet instead. Spare me your insults. They mean less than nothing coming from the mouth of a corporate pet. I would sever my own hand, a generous offer. But we prefer to die in the service of the sun. There's what...
Closing in.
Guess I had this mystery all wrong. Small part of me was hoping... I lost a friend in the invasion. A good friend. Thought maybe all this was... I appreciate that.
Can't have our fearless leader firing on empty. Let's get to crack. No offense to Val, but it's real nice having someone watching my back who ain't in constant need of recalibration. Anyway, need something, Commander? Sure. Always happy to...
Injuries detected. How may this unit assist?
I'm practically a detective now. I wonder what other mysteries around here need solving.
Juliana. Oh, my Juliana. Even though I now rank among the Protectorate's foes, I hoped you would return to me. Every night I would sneak out of Fairfield, despite the danger, desperate to find you. Hoping you would see fit to join your wife. Yet no one has heard from you since you went to the Skycutter facility. Not in 2 weeks. I can only assume the worst. I don't think I can stay in this town any longer. Perhaps if I return to suffer the Protectorate's justice, I shall at least learn what became of you. And if you are gone, I hope I shall be executed. Then at least we shall be together.
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. It seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able... Well, I have little doubt as to the success of our mission. I thought my duties complete. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Well, I don't understand all of it, and I am the only one in a position to act upon it. Though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injury, I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by the day.
I can't believe this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? I mean, she wasn't a damn scientician. She said it herself. No, you, damn it. I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy. We all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart. Ain't a job she couldn't get done. Reckon so. It's might embarrassing how much worship we all figured my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done, and then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof. The Order of the Ascent is just another sect of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. The grand plan and all that used to be part of the Protectorate before their big falling out. Believe they can predict the future or some such, but nice plan-abiding folks don't kill for the best. But 10 years ago, I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic. Used to think they were good people trying to do right by their beliefs. But if they put the idea in DeVries' head to leave us for dead, I don't take issue with folks clinging to whatever keeps them afloat. Math, science, the grand architect, void. But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue. No, didn't even know DeVries was alive until she brought the satellite down. But to your point, holding someone who's wronged you, can't imagine a sweeter dream than putting DeVries...
Whatever her plan, reckon is...
Would pulverizing them suffice? No. Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus may be tame, I am Ethel Tinsley, chimeric scientist. I'm responsible for taming this delightful Raptidon here. Officer Carr has been in a state waiting for me to train the Raptidons to, maul on command. It's rather, one might say, and perhaps a bit on edge. Folk here have grown weary, shall we say, with the war effort. And with avoiding Carr and the minister's would-be. No. Anyhow, all I know is that if they were to begin working with each other, the mood in town would certainly be merrier. Or something akin to it. What can I do for you? I work... In theory, they'll be trusted to guard our most precious assets. Trust me, they are safer here. I would not be here. Well, I was a subject once. Despite my talents, the plan dictated that I should be relegated to programming cleaning mechs. But then, Auntie's Choice came along, and over the last year, I have climbed the rungs of my division through the sheer merit of my work. I have finally earned the respect I was always due. So my dreams and abilities were my only limit. Ask any of the other Protectorate subjects who converted, and they'd echo my words. When one can... Why do you assume I had anyone I could consider as such? My parents... As for friends... Few cared for a janitor who talked to herself. Couldn't possibly understand what it's like to be seen. In any case... Hello again. What can I do for you?
Yet you see fit to keep me in a constant state of consternation. With each unauthorized act, you jeopardize our hold of Fairfield.
Yes, but you must understand, the Protectorate citizenry is a hair's breadth from defection. Within the week, I'm certain.
Certain? Like the week prior and the week before that. Impressive foresight you wield. Should apply to join the Order of the Ascendant.
It would be difficult enough to convert the stubborn populace without your soldiers' constant, ill-advised forays.
Enough! Your yipping reminds me of my 2 old Canids. I loved those Canids. You, on the other hand, are trying my
No, Auntie.
Yes, I thought not. Now, unless you care to see what life in the...
Yes, Auntie.
Good. See that it is done. I will brook no more disappointments. And while you're at it, you might want to look into your security situation, Commander. I'm not accustomed to an audience when addressing my subordinates.
Who in the void? Eavesdropping on Auntie's Choice business is like to get a body shot for spine. Though you're not wanting for moxie. I'll give you that.
Hold a moment, Carr. When opportunity comes visiting, perhaps it's better not to riddle it full of holes.
A surprisingly good point. Especially from you. She only for but which? Well, you seem an observant sort, so come see me before agreeing to whatever absurdity he proposes. Unlike him...
Alone at last. I never thought she'd leave. Now then, allow me to introduce myself. I am D.B. Milverstreet, Minister of Marketing, Duke of Demographics, Commercial Condottiere, President of Promotional Material. I sell to the gullible and impressionable. You, however, seem a mite too clever to buy what I'm peddling. No, friend, I've got something better in mind for you. I do not believe in signs. I believe in opportunities. Right now, at this moment, you and I have an opportunity to save countless lives. But I'm hardly the type to beg and ask for nothing in return. Tell me, what do you desire of this island?
With that hat? Absolutely not.
Is this a bad time to mention I can read lips? I have some faint recollections of the fuzz beneath my hat. Perhaps I saw such a name amidst my perusal of the Protectorate domicile assignment records. The record room is in this building. You have my permission to peruse at your leisure. But surely a go-getter like yourself has more ambitious goals on our island. Tisk tisk. I appreciate your devotion to remaining mum, but I simply can't. Ambitious, aren't we? Easily the best protected location on Paradise Island. Hardly a place for a stroll. But if you assist me, I promise to get you inside. Better yet, helping me shall result in our saving dozens, no, hundreds of lives. Your conscience shall be renewed. Auntie may demand Carr and I do nothing. But for each moment I remain inactive, dozens fall in meaningless combat. I seek a persuasive method of alleviating this conflict. The Protectorate utilizes a procedure known as mental refreshment to ease the temperament of wayward subjects. The Ministry of Accuracy contains vital information about the process and where it is performed. This is the prize I seek. I previously sent a grafted soldier, Trooper Sealong, to retrieve said information, but I have not heard from her in some time. Consequently, grafted soldiers were the subjects of the... Unfortunately, the program resulted in many casualties, and what few successes we had were Protectorate subjects willingly submit themselves to a kind of mental reset design. But I have reason to believe that Yes, one additional word of warning. The good Commander Carr shall not take kindly to your working with me, though that is a bridge most worth burning, in my estimate.
Watch out for that Auntie Cleo. I know she don't look it, but she's more dangerous than she seems. Even the whole of Spacer's Choice could not maneuver her.
You're here early. I expected you'd be on the receiving end of Milver Street's bluster until close to the end of time. Happy that ain't the case, as I can make use of you. I'm Officer Babylon Carr, head of aggressive acquisitions and persons... Now, not to say I question the presence of a wayward sightseer in the midst of a war-torn waste, but it might be safer for us both if I knew your purpose. The Vox, eh? Bent on bloody self-destruction? I could just have my troops dispatched, although if you were keen on continuing to draw breath, perhaps you and I could broker a deal. There are Protectorate... This fine settlement is Fairfield. Once in the Protectorate's grasping claws, now Auntie's newest foothold on Paradise Island. When we arrived, it was thick with yaysayers, a hair's breadth away from sacrificing themselves to their... Entertaining as it is to root out dozens of entrenched, suicidally murderous subjects. Only thing not suspicious in this life is when a body points a gun at you. You can rest assured I don't expect... We keep them away from heavy machinery and weapons, and we make them earn their keep. Through that, any who ain't truly unusual... Don't know if there's a DeVries here. Not my department. Why are you looking for them? Who are they to you? Sorry to be the one to say it, but if your friend is still amidst Protectorate ranks, bet as good as any they may have met their end. Ah, I haven't broken an idealist over my knee in ages. Open your ears wide, friend, for engage a detachment in open combat, such as war. Milver Street, for all his book learning, doesn't seem capable of understanding such. If you fail, I'll be out. I want the Protectorate war effort exsanguinated. You want into the Vox Relay. There's a particular holding we shelled early in the war, name of Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center. Deserves a raising for the length of its blasted name alone. My scouts report recent Protectorate attempts to bring it back to function. Should note, the ministers like to take our working together as a personal affront. Aid me, and I suspect he'll rescind any offer he may have. Do you suggest that our good minister has lost patience with playing He's devoted to his half measures. I'll give him that. But he wouldn't have to... Milver Street's grinning manipulation won't earn nothing but more of our own dead. Work with me. Could be direct. Feign that you're an assistant of some kind. But a simpler path would be... Certainly could. I wouldn't shed a tear on behalf of those drones, but the Protectorate is used to losing its people. The repair center itself... Think all you like. Speak to Milver Street if he ain't already stuck his hooks...
What's on your mind? Carr wishes to use dubious military intelligence. It concerns me that she's asked you for assistance. Surely you're not considering aiding her. Anything you desire, so long as you agree to aid me. Carr, it concerns me that she's asked you for assistance. Sure, you should reconsider. Whatever she's told you,